Hey everybody, it's Beth Gaff with the Peabody Public Library, your systems administrator, technology trainer, and robotics instructor. Hey, welcome back to another session of virtual field trips and visits, a journey and travel through the world, exploring different areas of interest to us. Today we're going to be taking a look. I'm so excited. Today we are taking a look at factories, not just factories, okay? But candy factories, chocolate factories, Lego factories. So we're going to be taking a look at not only those factories, but we're also going to take a look at their websites and things that they have to offer to us. I have been really looking forward to this for a while. So I'm really excited about getting started on those factories and taking a look. I've included all the links down below for you so you can follow along with me or explore on your own. It's completely up to you. We're going to be visiting the Hershey factory. We're going to be visiting the Cadbury chocolate factory. We're going to be visiting the Jelly Belly bean factory, as well as the Lego factory. So we have several different factories and websites that we are going to take a look to see what they have in store for us. And I've included all those for you down here on our webpage or our website for you to access on your computer at home, virtually, in the comfort of your home. So I'm really excited. I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get going on this. Let's explore those factories.
Hello there. My name is Beth Gaff, and I am the systems administrator, technology trainer, and robotics instructor here at the Peabody Public Library. And I do believe that we have covered that in our introduction. First and foremost, I want to apologize for this being a tad bit late. It was due last week, and this is actually my third time doing it. I don't know what happened, but I had sound coming from everywhere and nothing would work right. So this is my third time, third and final, third's a charm, and I'm just happy that we're able to get it out there because I'm really excited about our virtual field trip today. Our virtual field trip today is about factories. And I think we already talked about this as well, but it's not just any factory. We're going to talk candy. We're going to talk candy. We're going to talk toys. I'm really excited. So let me minimize this and close this and let's get started. So I'm going to start with this website here. It is called Click Schooling. And you should have this available to you for your observation. So you can do this along with me, or you could go out on your own. It's completely up to you on what you would like to do. But we're going to start with Click Schooling. And in Click Schooling, this is all about chocolate factories. These are different types of chocolate factories. Some of these links are a little bit broken, but they do take you to their sites. So from there, you could push on their homepage and get yourself all the way in. So I'm thinking this might have been an older tool, but it's worked out well for me, so I'm going to keep using it. We are going to look at the Exploratorium when we're kind of done looking at a couple of these chocolate factories because there is a lot you can learn from the Exploratorium. But first, I want to kind of go over this website. So this Click Schooling, it is virtual field trips in chocolate factories. That's what we're discussing now. However, I do believe that you could go further and look at other things while you are in here, and we could even leave a response. So they've got the Hershey's factory. They've got the Scharfer Burger dark chocolate factory. Cadbury chocolate egg factory. I always mess this up. Ghirardelli Chocolate Factory, they have the best chocolates. And See's Candies. Now, today we are only going to take a look at two of these because I have two other factories that I want us to take a look at. But you are more than welcome on your own to go through and kind of look a little bit more into some of these other factories that are offered. We're going to start with the Hershey's Chocolate Factory. And like I said, this page is broken, but that's okay. We're just going to click on Hershey's. And that just takes us into their home page. So we're going to just kind of take a look at their website and see what all they have in here. And then I'm going to flip over to YouTube and see if I can't find us an actual tour of their factory. Right now, we're in some trying times, and we are still in the middle of a pandemic. So, going to these factories, I'm not sure if that would be an option or not. You would need to call them to find out if they're still setting up tours. But regardless, even if you did take a tour, pandemic or not, you would have to gear up. I mean, they're not going to just let you back there to look at all the chocolate and possibly contaminate what they're doing. So most of this stuff is done behind glass anyway, but you might be able to get special touring in there, homeschool groups, maybe some of you kids that are home right now that are doing all of your learning virtually, get together with other friends and you guys could maybe get a group going. But let's just kind of take a look at the website itself first off. And it seems pretty self-explanatory. It tells you the things so they have up here, you can visit us. Let's push on visit us. And it looks like they have some different kinds of events, but you could plan a visit here, safety hours, things you can do while you're there. I couldn't believe all the things that Hershey was actually involved in. It kind of surprised me. So they do have a Hershey chocolate tour. So this is what our tour page looks like, and it looks like the tour is about 30 minutes. It's free, which is even nicer. What's this video? Let's see what this is. Well, that was super cute. Okay, so they have a little video there. It looks like they've got a little bit of a timeline that you can follow while you're there. Let's see, they have the Hershey's Chocolate Tour. Let's see what that is. Okay, that's where we were a minute ago. All right, so these are more things to do. So let's take a look at the 4D chocolate movie. This is the 4D chocolate movie. It does cost money, but let's see what all that entails. That's pretty neat. So you could get involved in the movie that they offer. They also have a create your own candy bar that you can do while you are a part of that. Let's see what that is. So these look like they're just little, oh, and it has other links inside of there as well. But these look like they're just little things that you could take a look at. Hershey's Unwrapped. Let's see. Hershey's Unwrapped Chocolate Tasting Journey. So you can go in for a chocolate tasting journey. The Hershey Trolley. They have a trolley. I must see. Okay, well, that was really, really fun. So it looks like when you go on a tour, you can take the trolley, which is closed right now, but it looks like they're going to reopen in the spring. And that will take you around to all of the highlights of exploring the town of Hershey. So that is pretty exciting. What was the last thing they had on here? Oh, that wasn't the last. So they have a Hershey photo studio that you could be a part of. Let's see. They have breakfast with Santa. They have the bakery. Nice. I mean, if you're not hungry already, uh, what else they got? The food court and shopping. So there's quite a bit of things that you can do to explore. So let's go back to the Hershey world. Let's see. These are all of the things we looked at already. I'm going to go back to this broken link and get us back into the main. And we're going to take a look at this. So here's gives you recipes of some of their tours, recipes of s'mores, Saturday fun, their mission. So this just tells you about their mission. Let's see what this is.
Who's Bob Williams?
He's a man of few words, and he doesn't like to talk about himself.
Neighbor Bob is awesome.
People love him. He's known like everywhere.
It's always a good time when Bob's here.
He's Mr. Williams, he's Bob, but to everybody, he's the candy bar guy.
He's been buying you Hershey bars. Thank you, Bob, for 11 years.
I'm not sure how it started. It's just such a heartwarming act.
Who gives out these great big Hershey bars in this world? I mean, Bob Williams, of course.
Thank you so much.
You bet. See? Thank you. See, that's the reaction I get.
Thanks, Bob. I love it.
I like big Hershey bars. I like giant Hershey bars.
Well, everybody knows Hershey, and everybody likes Hershey bars.
He's just so generous. Always a kind word.
I thought, well, I could give somebody a Hershey bar. It puts a smile on their face.
Doesn't matter if he knows you or if you're a stranger. Everybody feels special when they get chocolate.
Thank you, Mom.
It's just amazing the people he has connections with.
Well, it just makes me feel good.
He's teaching all of us how to pay it forward.
I don't think he realizes the effect that he has on people.
It's the little things in life that make a big difference.
A lot of people could take lessons from him.
I don't have any complaints. I'm way ahead of the game. Way ahead of the game.
Well, that was an amazing story. And it is true. We could definitely use more people like Bob in the world. It really is the little things sometimes. So, all right, let's keep going forward. You can visit Hershey's, Pennsylvania, visit the store, more about their products, recipes. Let's see. Here is more products, recipes. Let's see. At one point, I was able to find. Let's learn more about visiting Hershey, Pennsylvania. All right, so things to do. And looks like there's a little bit more. Oh, look, they have a Hershey Park. So it looks like it's an amusement park. That's awesome. You could plan a trip to stay with them. There's attractions, and this tells you about their attractions, the dining. So there really is a lot of things. They have a hotel, a resort, even presidents like chocolate. So here's a little bit of history. So, I mean, it looks like you could really dig in here. And one thing that is really not awesome is the Milton Hershey School. I must admit that I was very impressed by this story about the school. Apparently, this is a school. Here, let's just take a look at this.
What if there was a place where every kid got a chance to be great? Where everything they do is meant to help us. There is a place, and there's no other place like it. It's my school, Milton Hershey School. Let me start from the beginning. Our founders were Milton Hershey, the famous chocolate maker, and his wife Catherine. They wanted to help children who didn't have much, to create a place that was safe, where nothing would hold kids back. The Hersheys believe learning shouldn't have a price, so we don't pay anything to go to school here. Everything we need is taken care of, even a place to live with other students our age, with caring house parents to watch over us. In our homes, we learn to accept and appreciate one another, because the things that make us different bring us together. Our classrooms, they have no walls. We learn by doing and exploring through programs that give us an early start on college and our careers. We get to grow our talents, play with passion, and we always celebrate our success. You see, we're more than a school. We're a community. We listen, serve, and find our voices. We change lives. I know, because this place changed mine. Milton Hershey once said that if he could provide for 100 kids, it would be worth it. But look at us now, more than a century of memories. 11,000 graduates and counting, and there's still more good to do. Because here, we have the chance to be great. I want to be great. And you? Well, you can be next.
That's amazing. And, oops. So what is nice about this is that it actually started and opened as an orphanage type school. This was for all the children that did not have homes and families, and that is how this all even came about. So if you get the time to kind of research a little bit more about all the amazing things that Milton Hershey has done and continues to do through his organization, you would just be amazed by all of that. All right, so we are going to flip gears just a little bit, and I am going to go into YouTube now. And YouTube really is a pretty valuable resource. We are going to take a look at the Hershey's factory. See if we can find ourselves a little tour. I like using the Food Network. So we're going to start with the Food Network, and then we're going to move on to another chocolate factory. But let's take a look at Hershey's.
That face that is usually covered by her phone has finally made an appearance.
Hi, I'm Mark Summers. Welcome to Unwrapped. Candy, it is a staple in American pop culture. Over, ready for this, $14 billion worth is purchased each year, and undoubtedly, candy bars make up a huge bite of that profit. And a preference for candy bars really isn't something new. Their history goes back more than a century, and a major part of that history is the name that definitely put some sweet into the American tooth. It's got to be Hershey.
Shake, rattle, and roll. Welcome to the Hershey factory in Hershey, Pennsylvania, birthplace to billions of bars.
At the Hershey plant, here in Hershey, Pennsylvania, we produce well over 1.5 billion pounds of chocolate.
The candy bar, the factory, the town, all are named for Milton Hershey, chocolatier extraordinaire. Hershey was born near, well, Hershey, Pennsylvania in 1857 and went into the candy business at age 18. But the sweet taste of success didn't come easy.
In 1876, for the centennial, he went to Philadelphia, started his own company. That company failed. He went on to build and start 3 more companies, all of which failed.
Hershey's confection companies finally stopped failing around 1900 when he started to make a popular line of chocolate syrups and candies. And his premier product was the simple but scrumptious Hershey bar. Today, Milton's namesake is still almost the exact recipe he came up with in the late 1890s. A mix of cocoa beans, sugar, and milk. But don't be fooled, making it is still a major production.
So while it seems like a very simple product and anyone can make chocolate, it's really very hard, very challenging. There's a lot of science and technology in there.
Here in Chocolate Land, science and technology means enough gizmos, gadgets, and gadgets to make Willy Wonka weep. Big blades first mix the dry blend of cocoa and sugar called crumb. Then huge mixers called conches roll up and stir the chocolate for up to 3 days. Then the chocolate paste is squirted into molds, passed through tunnels, cooled down, and wrapped up.
So from the time we receive the bean till it's wrapped, put in its wrapper, and on its way out the door can be 4 to 7 days.
So what's the secret to getting the bars shaped just right?
We shake that bar to evenly distribute it in the mold, so when it's cooled, it comes out as a square bar.
But it's during this dangerous trip down Shakedown Street that many good bars go bad. Unfilled corners, air bubbles, broken edges, all will disqualify a bar from making it to the wrappers and cause them to be picked off by the eagle-eyed inspectors.
And the Hershey bar has to be perfect when you look at it. We like a perfect look, perfect feel.
So why do Hershey bars come in that flat rectangle shape?
I've never been asked that question in 15 years.
Okay, so there may not be an answer to how this candy began as a bar, but whatever the reason, the recognizable rectangle is here to stay.
A rectangle is a shape everybody's comfortable with. It's easy to make, it's easy to mold and manufacture.
The shape may be simple, but there is a mystery that surrounds this chocolate bar. That well-known, oh-so-familiar wrapper, what color is it?
Brown.
Brown. Brown. Brown and white and silver.
Close, but not quite. The chocolate may be brown, but Mike says the wrapper's maroon and silver, and always has been.
The maroon and silver that is used on the Hershey bar wrapper has been fairly consistent since 1900.
Mike says consistency is actually the most difficult part of making those billions of bars.
If Grandma opens a candy bar, she wants to taste that Hershey flavor she had as a kid.
After all, a lot of things have changed in the last 100 years, but a chocolate bar is always in good taste.
All right. Well, that was pretty awesome. That's an awesome little tour that we got to take of the Hershey's chocolate factory. So we got to see a lot of things, and I would encourage you to go out on your own and even investigate a little further. We're going to take another look at a different chocolate factory, and this time we're going to go to Cadbury. I'm still using that Skill Schooling website here that has all my links for me. And like I told you before, a lot of these links are broken, but you can just click on the title, and it'll take you straight into their website. So let's take a look at this website. And like the other one, it's pretty similar as far as what they do. Let's go into the history. Okay, so they're located in Australia. So if you wanted to take a trip here, you might want to plan ahead for that. But we're going to take a look at some history because I'm all about the history. And this talks about the 1800s, how it started, the creation. Now, one thing I have noticed, whether we are looking at Hershey's or we're looking at Cadbury or other types of factories, is the year and how we see more women in the factory field than we see of anything else in those earlier years. I mean, these are all women here, and this is even into the 1920s. And how those things ended up switch. I mean, here's more women, 1956. So really was more of the women working in the factories, which you don't really find that as much these days. I mean, it's more mutual, is my point. You'll find just as many females as you will males, but due to wars and whatnots, that could be one reason why the factories were filled with women. These are the products that are offered, how you can shop, recipes, some fundraising events that they do. You can create an account. All right, so let's go into YouTube and see if we can actually find here. Let's go back in here. So here's some of the products in case you didn't. It's not very user friendly here. In case you didn't see some of those. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, white chocolate. Okay, so we're going to go into YouTube. And now I'm going to look up, I haven't even done this yet, to see if they have a Cadbury factory tour. And they do. They have a couple of them. I don't want anything really long. So let's take a look at inside the Cadbury chocolate factory. This looks like it's pretty quick. Of course, we have to have our advertisements
saving
first.
money by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
But I'll take that sound.
Big factory in Melbourne where they make 300 million Easter eggs each year for Australia and New Zealand. And we're going to take a look inside to see how they're made. We're about to go to where the chocolate's made, and that means I've got to get out of these clothes and put on something slightly less flattering. I'm here with Megan. She is the Easter Chocolate Supremo at Cadbury. Megan, tell us about just how big Easter is.
Easter is so big for us. We make 12 million bunnies in a season, and we've got about 65% market share here. Australians really love cream egg, and they do also really love hollow eggs because they love the thinness of chocolate, and we know that consumers really wait for them to come into store. So as soon as they come in January, people are telling us about all the new products that they love to try. And this year we've got things like Caramilk and Old Gold, and consumers are so excited to see them on the shelf.
Penny, what's your role here at Cadbury?
I'm pretty much the apprentice for the Easter Bunny, and my job really for them is to make sure that I make this and this perfect. Personally, my new favourite, I think Nan would love this.
Does it help to be a chocoholic working in a chocolate factory?
Oh, everything in moderation, but you got to love what we do, and you know what we do is pretty special to us.
Okay, that was a fun video showing you a little bit about the Cadbury egg, where it comes from, and the development of that. So there is a lot of history that can be found with the Cadbury. So I would definitely go out and see what you can find in regards to Cadbury and what they have to offer. So this is an amazing factory, and it looks like they offer quite a bit of stuff. And the history alone is pretty outstanding, really. So Okay, all right. So those are the two chocolate factories that we are going to visit today. One other thing that I want to do before we go out of chocolate is look at the Exploratorium website. The Exploratorium website just gives you an exploration of different kinds of topics. So on this particular one, we are talking about chocolate. So that's what they're talking about in here is how it's invented, where it came from, how it even was able to become something. You will need to download Real Video to listen and watch some of these audio clips and video clips. But I feel like you would find a lot of information in the Exploratorium about chocolate, the uses, the purpose, what's in the name, and it talks about that. So this is just all about the history of chocolate, where it has come from, and how they make it. And then, of course, once you get through all of this, which we're not going through all of it, then it'll give you those references in reference to this whole section, like here. And then you would be able to go into some of these websites. And like here's the Hershey's Factory, Science Friday, maybe even do some science experiments that involve chocolate. So the Exploratorium is an amazing place to go for some actual factual stuff involving chocolate, but it could go even further than that. So we're going to get out of all of that. And now we're going to switch gears a little bit, and we're going to go to the Jelly Belly factory, which is the Jelly Belly Candy Company. And I will have this link available for you as well. Now, on the chocolate factory, I'm just going to list that click schooling, and then you'll be able to go into, all of those different links that we've done today. So now we're going to switch gears, and we're going to go to the Jelly Belly factory, at least to their website to get us going here. And who doesn't like a good Jelly Belly, right? And it looks like they're even doing some chocolate. They have a golden snitch from the Harry Potter series. Looks like it's something new. So we can view their products. Here's some of their products that they offer, which I did not know that Krispy Kreme was a part of this. Krispy Kreme is by far one of my more favorite things. And it looks like it's brought to, oh, okay. You can get Krispy Kreme donuts as Jelly Bellies. How amazing is that? I just may have to. Let's see what kind of flavors they have. Let's see what kind of flavors. Okay. So they have the mix. I love Krispy Kremes, so okay. All right, let's get out of here. So let's go into flavors and more. Flavors and more. Tell you a little bit more about it. You can do fun, sponsors. I'm going to close this. I just saw a link on there of how it's made. So let's take a look at this video of how it's made. Wow. Let's see what else they've got here. Oh, I love timelines.
Jelly Belly jelly beans, with so many incredible flavors. Who knows where a bag will take you? Enjoy the adventure. Visit jellybelly.com.
Are you brave enough for Bean Boozled? 10 weird and 10 tasty lookalike flavors. Is it buttered popcorn or rotten egg? Take the challenge at beanboozled.com.
All right. Well, lots to talk about on that video, right? So that video had the art that you can go in and make art. I'm going to actually include some coloring pages here that you can actually just transform into art. And I do believe that they have these on their site. Let's see. And maybe not. I might be on the wrong section. I know I found them, though, and I will include them down here for you so you have those as well. But I am a huge art fanatic, so seeing that done in art, I would love to see you guys try that and send me a picture of some of that awesome Jelly Belly art that you can do. They showed you some of the history as well as a timeline of the history of Jelly Belly. They showed you some of the flavors that you can get. You can also buy a game that's involved and fun facts. So now you're extremely educated on Jelly Belly. So the last thing I want to do as far as Jelly Belly goes is I want to actually go into a verbal tour, a tour that the Jelly Belly Factory Tour. And I do believe they have this as, the Food Network again. So we're going to take a look with the Food Network.
At Aspen Dental's Everyday Smiles of
course, we're going to wait for that to go away.
Well, you know, no candy counter is complete without beans, and nobody knows beans better than the Jelly Belly Candy Company. Jelly Belly makes 15 billion jelly beans every year. That's more than 1,000 beans every second. So here's the question. How do they make such realistic flavors? Well, you're about to find out.
How can a candy so small have big time flavor?
It's a root beer float. It's amazing.
Well, here is the Jelly Belly secret.
We use natural ingredients whenever possible. Like if you have a coconut Jelly Belly, it has real coconut flakes. The chocolate pudding has real chocolate. The jalapeno has jalapeno puree.
The flavorful beans were born in 1976.
We came up with 8 different flavors of jelly beans, and they were sold in individual flavors, which really hadn't been done in the past. Usually jelly beans were sold as mixes.
It didn't take long for funky flavors to hit the stores. There's definitely an acquired taste for bizarre belly flavors like toasted marshmallow and buttered popcorn.
Believe it or not, that happens to be the #2 seller in the world, so it is extremely popular.
And you'll never guess how long it takes to make a batch of beans.
It can take 7 to 21 days to make one Jelly Belly jelly bean.
It all starts in Fairfield, California, in the Jelly Belly Candy Kitchen.
We start out by making a slurry with water, corn syrup, sugar, cornstarch. Today we're making peach. And to the peach formulation, we add a tub of peach puree.
Then the hot candy is piped to a depositing room.
So what's happening here is the liquid candy is being deposited into molds made out of starch.
The cornstarch helps prevent the candy from sticking. Each tray holds more than 1,000 beans. Every minute, 28 trays fill with candy.
And those molds will go into a curing room overnight, solidify and become the jelly portion of the bean center.
On day 2, the jelly bean centers are hard enough to hold their shape. They bounce around in a tumbler through a shower of sugar. Then the beans rest overnight again. Day 3 is a big day for the beans. These green beans are getting their candy coating.
We're building up a soft, sugary shell, which has the color and the flavor of kiwi on the outside.
These kiwi jelly beans somersault inside huge kettle drums. In the process called panning, different types of sugar coat the beans one layer at a time.
We start with the granular sugar, similar to what you would use on your table, and then we go finer and finer grades of sugar until the very end we use a powder sugar.
Between the sugar layers, they wet the beans with a flavoring syrup.
The back and forth between the different wettings and the different layers of sugar will build that soft, sugary shell on the outside of the beans.
It takes 2 hours to coat the beans 4 separate times. Then with their brand new bright jackets, these Jostle Jellies rest yet again. Day 4 is all about finishing touches. Inside giant bins, 500 pounds of jelly beans are coated with a sugar syrup to enhance their color. Once again, the beans rest overnight to let the glaze set. On day 5, they head to the printer. And get this, only the perfect beans get the Jelly Belly stamp of approval. The rejected beans are called belly flops. Using white food coloring, a roller prints the logo onto 20,000 Jelly Bellies every minute. More involved flavors like margarita, wild blackberry, and sour flavors will cure for another 2 weeks to get their flavor just right.
It's amazing that there is so much flavor in that little bean. It tastes like what it is.
That tastes good.
All right. Well, that was a really cool video on the Jelly Belly factory and how they do things. That was pretty awesome. I especially like all of the colors and all of that. So I will have some sheets down there for you to try some of that art. I would recommend getting on here and exploring a little bit further. And now that we're all hungry and ready for a snack, I'm going to switch gears on us again. And this time we are going to go visit the Lego factory. And first off, I just want to get onto the actual Lego website so we can kind of take a look around on their website. They've got some really cool stuff on here. So I thought it might be fun for us to just kind of take a look around on here, and then we will get into the factory aspect of it. Lego has been around for a long, long time. So let's take a look at some of the, so here's some of their themes. You can shop by specific categories, some of the interests, if you want to support them. And down here, they have attractions. So let's go into the Lego house. So you can visit, go to the Lego house. Let's click on that. All right, so this is the Lego house. This is pretty exciting. Let's watch this little video.
Hi guys, it's me again, this time in Billund, Denmark. If you like the Lego brand as much as I do, you are going to absolutely love this place I've found. Lego House, nicknamed Home of the Brick, is best described as a fun experience house for anyone with a playful spirit. Established by the Lego founding family here in Billund, which is where the Lego brick was invented, the architecture behind this stunning building shows you the passion and dedication behind the brand. Just look at that. Now, Lego House is meant to be used in all sorts of ways, by people in Billund as a place to hang out, by businesses looking to interact and innovate, and by schools to inspire their students to learn through play. The main attraction invites Lego fans of all ages to engage in a variety of fun, playful, and creative activities while also developing their emotional, physical, social, and cognitive skills. With each ticket, you get a scannable wristband. It's a key part of the journey through Lego House, and it'll help you keep track of all the fun you have while you're here. And look out for the awesome play agents, who are here all the time to inspire you and help you get the most out of your day. Now take a look at this. As you climb the main stairs, you'll be drawn into the magnificent Tree of Creativity. Look closely for all of the stories and details. Quick fact, the brick count for this tree is 6.3 million, making it one of the largest Lego builds in the world. In fact, to build it myself would take around 12 years! Crikey! At the very top is the Masterpiece Gallery and the dinosaurs. you'll also find the ever-evolving gallery of work by dedicated LEGO fans. They continually push the boundaries of possibility with their skill and imagination. Now let's head to the 4 experience zones. The red zone is all about creativity. With tons of LEGO bricks in all shapes and sizes, the possibilities are endless. Here you can dive in, awaken your imagination, and build whatever comes to mind. The green zone is a world inhabited by minifigures, each one with a story to tell. With a little help, they can even live out their dreams of Hollywood in the Storylab stop-motion studio. Hey, look at me! I am a stop-motion movie star! The blue zone is where imagination meets logic. Here you can train your cognitive skills as you program robots, plan cities, and build gravity-defying vehicles. I think this is going way too fast! In the yellow zone, you can find fun ways of bringing LEGO to life. Here you're also encouraged to explore how the different activities make you feel.
Hey, why are you so grumpy?
The History Collection is an exciting journey through the ups and downs both as a brand and a company. It's also a place to rediscover all of those amazing LEGO sets we loved from the past. When you're hungry, grab something quick at the Briccacino, or enjoy some fine dining with a twist at Le Gourmet. But for a truly original LEGO experience, you've got to try the Mini Chef restaurant, where you order your meal with LEGO bricks. Try the cabbage salad, it's really good. Make it colorful and the robots will take good care of you. Before you leave, make sure to visit the Ultimate LEGO store, filled to the brim with the latest LEGO sets and plenty of exclusive products. There's nothing like LEGO House anywhere else in the world. It stands as a unique testimony to the iconic LEGO brick. It's a joyful celebration of the famous toy brand and its many fans around the world, and a tribute to the very nature of play itself.
That is so cool. I would love to go to the LEGO house. I do know that there is a LEGO land that is in, I want to say that it's in Missouri. I may be wrong about that, but there is a LEGO land here in the United States as well that you could go and see. So that was about the LEGO house. What's this video? Let's see more. So I'm just going through their website here, seeing what, and the Briccacino. That is such a that is so awesome. Such a classy name for that. So we're just kind of going through, and I was trying to get to that video. Let's see what this does. Okay, so these are just pictures of it. So let's go back. Oh, that's a little jumpy for us, so we're not gonna mess with that. But I do know, let's see if we explore. There is so much to see. I think this is the video we just watched. Here's the LEGO store. I think this is the video we just watched.
Hi guys, it's me again.
Yeah, it is. So let's go down here and see what this one is. Okay, well, it doesn't want to look. That's all right. You can kind of explore on that on your own, but there is a lot that is involved with LEGO and what they have to offer. I do know that they have, let's see, plan your visit. It tells you about the opening hours. I know that they have, okay, here we go. They do have STEM, which is your science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We use some of the Lego STEM products that they offer. Learning through play.
When kids are playing, they're messing around, they're tinkering, they're making mistakes. In other words, they're learning. In the Lego house, we've taken this idea of learning and play and fun and created different zones, each with their own particular focus. In the red zone, we're going to create amazing things with bricks. In the blue zone, you're going to use bricks to solve problems and challenges. In the green zone, we're going to play with figures and universes and characters. And in the yellow zone, we're going to use the bricks to express ourselves emotionally. And we think if we can get that combination right between that learning and that fun, they're going to have a really, really great day out.
We've always known that kids can learn through play, so of course Lego would be a great place. This tells you about some of the experiences that they can have by doing that. You can explore other areas. Let's see, the Robo Lab. So there is a lot on here that you could actually get into. I am going to switch gears just a little. I want you to see, we're going to go to YouTube again, and let's take a look at how they actually make the Legos. So we're going to go to the Lego factory. And let's see if we can find one. Let's take a look at this.
Let's have a look here. Here we have the raw material for the bricks, the white plastic pearls. What happens in here is the raw material comes in through the pipe system you see up under the ceiling there. There is actually one pipe for each molding machine. Then they mix in the color, and then this here is where it gets heated up, and that's approximately 230 degrees Celsius. And then when it's ready, it's injected. And then you see that there's a robot that comes down and picks up the runner there. You see it? Yeah, there you go. And then it throws it in here. Immediately it gets ground into tiny pieces, and then it goes back and mixed again with the raw material. So there is no waste in that process. The bricks themselves, you can see when the mold opens up, they're shot out. They fall onto a small conveyor belt underneath the machine here, and they end up in the box at the end of the machine. So let's have a look at the bricks that are coming out. Nice, shiny, beautiful bricks coming out here. When the bricks come out, they're approximately 70 degrees Celsius warm, and then they cool here on the cooling band and they drop into the box. When the box is full, this light here will go on, and a signal is sent to one of the robots to come and pick up the box.
So is it always certain amounts of pieces in each box?
No, not a certain amount, but a certain amount of kilos in each box. Yes. When the robots drive around, they navigate by magnets in the floor. I always wanted to get a ride on one of those, but nah, we're not allowed to. Would be fun though. Our goal is to have all our material replaced by sustainable material by the year 2030. This really is the last stop for the Lego bricks here in Billund. From here, the boxes are pulled from the shelves, and then they go into the back of trucks that drives them down to Czech Republic or Hungary to be packed to final Lego sets. These here are standard 2x4 Lego elements. These here are probably around 3 months old. These here are more than 50 years old. Everything in the Lego system fits together, and that gives you unlimited possibility for playing. Look at this. Fits perfectly together, even though these were molded 50 years ago and these were molded 3 months ago. So that's That's the real magic.
That was an awesome Lego tour. So you want to make sure that you're using YouTube as your resource. There is a lot more you can explore on here through lego.com. We have spent the last hour and we have looked at 4 different factories. I'm including some worksheets for you. I'm including some lesson plans for you. I'm including some other items for you to help you with your factory field trip today. The adults start their travel and destination next month, so I'm really excited about that. Where we're going to be planning a trip, whether it's for you or your family. That would work out very well. So, hey, thanks so much, you guys, for being a part of Virtual Field Trips and Visits today. I hope that you learned something new, and I'm really looking forward in hearing some feedback. So, thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.